What's up, everybody? I am incredibly excited to have such an amazing man here today for Love Freedom Movement Healing Room LA. I think it's so important for us to continue the conversation of the tension we're presently living in, but also create a platform for creatives that have the tools and techniques that are necessary to move them forward in their dreams and in their visions. And so today I'm excited to welcome, he's an author, he is a model, and he is an Emmy Award winning actor, Mr. Terrence Terrell. What's up, sir?
Hey, what's up, you guys?
Man, I want to say, you think so? You know, I jacked up one word there,
When
but
I
it's
hear
okay.
it back, I'm sitting there like, okay.
Man, it is so amazing to have you on this call today, and I thank you for saying yes to coming into the Healing Room LA. I'm excited to have you here.
Of course, thank you for having me, and also thank you for doing this because it's needed. So thank you so
Yeah.
much for answering. I feel like all of us get, those voices in our head,
Yeah.
and we don't move on them, but we always
Right.
like what. But once you move and you do His purpose and you work in that purpose, you'll never have to worry about being supplied for anything. So thank you for
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And let's dive in this conversation. I will say I first discovered you through Giants, the
Oh, wow,
YouTube series.
Quasi.
Yes. And yeah, Quasi. And it was something about, it wasn't about the character more so to me. It was about the energy you brought to the character and how you brought that character alive. But it was something about your energy and your spirit in terms of positivity and uplifting, um, particularly people of color and people who feel maybe marginalized. There was like a message behind the words that you were saying, and I was saying this is a deep brother. He had something more to say beyond what we see in this screen. And then to discover you're from Cleveland, Mississippi, like whoa, Mississippi. Uh, where did this come from? Where did this depth and this understanding about oneself, I feel that you already have naturally, spiritually, where did it start? Where did it come from, you think?
Hmm. Um, so I feel like where it came from, it's so interesting to me because, like I told you about that little voice, all of this here has come from me just obeying and being obedient to that little voice in my head and wanting to, show other people that you may not know somebody on TV. You may not have a rich mom. You may not come from family. You may come from a mom who's on drugs.
Right.
All this craziness, but there's a way. As much as our parents do wrong, we still learn what's right through their wrongs. And
Yeah.
so my mom always pushed us to do. She always said, I'm like, oh, I want to be like you. She's like, no, you be better than me. Always be better. So it always came from a place of my grandmother and all these amazing women in my life who they didn't raise me. Sometimes women get to a point where they raise their boys as if they're their husbands. My grandmother and my mother, I remember they always told me they wanted to raise me for the generation. They wanted to raise me to be an upstanding man and a gentleman and show what a man is supposed to be. And I'm like, I'm 5 years old. What are you talking about, lady? Can I play with toys? So it always comes from a place of just wanting to show other people that you can do it. If I can do it from Cleveland, Mississippi, what did Beyonce say? If my country ass can do it, you can too. So it's like just wanting to be a storyteller and, just get the message out that you can do anything you put your mind to.
And I love the view that you tell your stories through. Even just looking at your Instagram page, you very clearly see where you're going, that positivity, that reassurance, that reaffirmation that Black is beautiful, no matter the tone, the texture, it is beautiful, it is brilliant. Why do you think that message for you is so important to communicate? And what I love about what you communicate is not just for this present generation, but you really see to speak to the next generation and beyond.
I feel like when I was a child, I didn't have anybody that looked like me. My favorite book was The Duckling. And then when we did have representations of us, it was stuff that you didn't want to look like. If somebody said, oh, you look like Little Bill, you're like, no, I don't. And it's a fight. So my goal was to be that example for children of darker skin to know that love your skin while you're young, because I didn't even like my skin color until I hit my late 20s and I understood where I was coming, like understood why everybody always looked at me instead of like, why are you staring at me? They saw something else that I didn't see. So to give that power to a child that's 3 going up into like their teenagers, it's amazing power to be comfortable and walk in your skin and know who you are. So if I can do that at 20 something, just imagine if I would have had that at the age of 5. Instead of looking at ugly duckling, I can see an actual man of my color, somebody that looked like me coming in there and telling me it's going to get better. So just enjoy it because it's going to be better. And this is power that you're walking around with. It's unstoppable. You'll feel like a superhero.
You know, man, you're right. You will feel like a superhero, especially when that image come across as someone you can identify with and relate to as well. Which is why I love this whole I crowned me movement. That is like, to me, like genius to create the I crown me movement. And then, you've written books, Blackie and the She's, and where did this start and where did this evolve from? I crown me. What is I crown me about?
I crown me involved. Well, Blackie started from depression. I was very depressed. I think I was 32. Always booking something. I booked Criminal Minds, and I remember all the way until the actual day I was about to shoot on the set. I was like, they're going to call and cancel because I'm not the right one. They're going to call. So it was these little insecurities. I'm like, bro. I looked in the mirror and I faced myself. I'm like, what is this? You know what I mean? Like, what is this? And I'm like, oh, it stems from being that little boy. Because all of us are children, and angry children or insecure kids at the end of the day in these big bodies. So I was like, oh, it was stemming from, oh, you're cute for a little dark-skinned boy. Oh, but you're dark, but you got good hair. Like things like that. So I was like, okay, so it was in me. And so I ended up writing Blackie, and it was a mean word that they used to say, but I was driving, I'm like, it needs to mean something. And I was nervous about naming it Blackie because I'm like, who don't buy a book named Blackie? It's going to be crazy. But I was in the barbershop, and everybody's talking about each other laughing. And I started laughing, and it was literally the day I was about to send the title in. And I would start laughing, and the dude was like, what you laughing at, Blackie? And I was like, oh, that's the title of the book. It has to be the title of the book. And so it means be loving, adoring, caring, and kind of yourself. So it stemmed from depression. And then the superheroes every day, which the She's, it came from after my mom died. Shortly after Blackie happened, my mother passed. And I went through her diary, and I realized that, like I said, these women, she was a single mom. She didn't do a lot of things right, but she always pushed us to be better. And the things that she wasn't doing right, she named them, and she wanted us to get on the path from the wrong. You know what I mean? So, yeah. And then I was okay. So then I say the little voice, the third book, The Crown Kids. I'm not writing no more books because I pay for everything, and it's expensive because they're hardback books, colorful, everything from like the illustrate, everything is all me, and it's a lot of mind power because I don't want to, sell anything I wouldn't buy myself. And I was like, okay, I'm not gonna write another book. And then God made it so that I got hurt. I hurt my leg, and I had to sit down for a whole. That they said I couldn't walk for 3 months. And when I sat down, I started writing that book. I wrote the book in a day. I wrote Blackie in 45 minutes. The She's in an hour, and then I wrote The Crown Kids in a day. So after I wrote it, my legs, I started walking in 7 days. So I'm like, all right, cool, I got you. Whatever you want me to do, I'm going to listen, and I'm going to follow your path. And then I just thought about all of these things. And at first I called the brand Blackie, be loving, adoring, caring, counting yourself. But then I was thinking, everybody wants to be a king or the queen. We always say king or queen. But why should we have to wait for society to tell us that we're a king and queen? So I'm like, no, I'm going to crown myself. So I was like, I crowned me. I don't need you to tell me how special I am. As long as I know how special I am and know my power, I'm going to walk in it. And if you got a problem with it, that ain't none of my business. And that means you're dealing with something yourself that you have to face in to get your own crown. So why not wait? Why not put the crown on yourself? You don't need to wait to be knighted or given approval. And even with the project now, for a year, I was like, oh, hopefully somebody will pick it up. Hopefully. And I was like, no, I'm going to do it myself. And sure enough, we're almost at $1,000 and the project only been out for an hour. Like people
Wow.
need this. So, and people are just showing me that I'm doing what I need to. And like I said, when you walk in your purpose, you never got to worry about being supplied because it will come. So that's why I
Oh,
keep.
absolutely. I think that is so good what you said. When you walk in your purpose, you don't have to worry because everything you need will be supplied. And I believe, when you walk in your purpose, the finance will follow. The people that are necessary will come into play. When you're walking in that divine order, everything you need will be supplied.
You
And
have, you have to die first. And when I say die, you have to, like the phoenix rising, you have to shed something. You can't go in it the way that you think, oh, why am I preaching? You can't go into it the way that you think it's supposed to be. You have to walk in it and just trust the process and know when it's time, it's time. And it's going to, and rest in that process because when it's time, it's going to move so fast and so aggressively that you just want to just take a moment to breathe. So you have to die. You have to shed those old habits. You have to die and burn and come back and rise from those ashes to create that legacy or that fire. It comes from something. So it's like you can't go in it the way that you think you're going to go in it because it's never going to work. You have to go in it, walking into it, and just walking in your purpose, even if it's just writing that script and you don't know how you're going to get it published, but you just write it. And then you never know. You'll be sitting next to somebody, and then you'll be able to talk about a script, and the next thing you know, they're like, oh, can you send it? It's right here. So if you stay ready, you ain't never got to get ready.
oh my God, you said something very important. You got to die. I tell people a lot of time, what are you willing to leave behind in order to go forward?
People want the results, but they don't want to go through that surgery. They want the result. They want everything, but they're not willing to let anything go. And I say anything, that means that a relationship where you're not feeling supported 100%. The friends who you talk to and you tell them an idea and they go, oh, that's stupid. You have to shed a lot of stuff. And it's a lonely road, but the people around me now, I know they love me. I know they got my back. I can go to sleep knowing if I slip up, they can take the baton and continue running with it. So yeah, you have to let it go.
Wow, man, that is so powerful what you are saying, and I want to lean in on this part. Given the tension that we're living in now, Black Lives Matter, all Black Lives Matter. For you as a Black man, where are you in this space presently right now, given the climate we're living in at the moment?
When all of this started to happen with Black Lives Matter, and it should always matter. So when all of this started to happen and people were protesting, and I'm like, how do I go out there? And it's so funny because my family, my aunts, my brother, everybody was calling me like, okay, we know how you are, but we need you to survive because my little brother called me his investment. He was like,
Wow.
you need to survive because we need you here. And it was getting real dangerous out here with, people pretending to be protesters, being peaceful and actually carrying guns, trying to hurt, Black people in the riot, and rioting, and that's not the cause. So I was like, I need to do something. And sure enough, I'm a mentor for Mrs. Tina Lawson. Tina Lawson knows Lawson and Richard Lawson. They have a great foundation called Tina's Angels and Richard's Warriors. And I've been blessed to be one of her head mentors for the boys, the Warriors. And so we were on a call when all this first started. And just imagine 45 kids on a call, Zoom call, crying, scared to be Black, saying that they're scared to go outside. And I'm like, I have to turn my chair around because I'm crying and I'm supposed to be leading these babies. So I'm like, I went to sleep, and that next morning, I was like, you need to do something. Sure enough, Skin Deep came out. The 4th book just wrote out of my hands. My godson, Jacob, was jumping on my shoulders while I'm writing and Skin Deep. So in the protest and everything that's going on, there's ways that you can help. First of all, vote. Don't just sit around and be about it. Vote. Go out and vote. There's ways that you can be active, even if you physically can't go out there and protest. There's ways. So my way is creating and leading through a different type of foundation. Now, with like I said, Skin Deep is about a little black boy, and this animation film is going to show black children and children of color how special they are. So that's going to light up a whole different generation. You can't teach old dogs new tricks. So these people in their 80s and 90s acting a fool, talking about, you know, they want to keep these flags and stuff. You can't teach them new tricks, because you got to remember, they've been this stuff has been drilled into them as like we've been taught to put on our socks. So it's going to take a moment. By that time, they'll probably be gone. So what better way than plant a seed into this next generation to let them know their power and to come in and merge with other colors and minorities and show them their power and flip this world upside down. And it's so beautiful to see. The other day I came home on my street, all white people protested. Black Lives Matter. It was not one black person in that parade. And I'm like, all right. And I'm just sitting there like, let's go. All white people. And I'm like, people want change. And it's time to change now. So do your little things. And I'm talking to anybody here. If you feel like you're not doing anything, go out and vote. Even if you take your mom to vote and get her registered, go out and vote. Go out and help help somebody in the community. Go read to a kindergarten class. Go just do something in your own means. If you can't physically get out there or do anything crazy like donated $20 million to something, it's the little steps that get us through this race. And so it's a way. So I create a different way, and these books have become a whole different type of weapon for the next generation and for myself. So even in the way that I'm waking up now and taking care of myself, I'm like, I need to take care of me because I need to be here because I have children leaning on me. I have a generation leaning on me. So it's my responsibility, everybody's responsibility, to teach these children of color that they matter and that they're loved. And we need to watch what we say to these babies. We can't say, oh, you're cute for a dark-skinned girl. No, you're a powerful, beautiful little girl that's going to grow up to be amazing and do whatever you want to do. Imagine hearing that compared to, oh, you're cute for a dark-skinned girl. That little girl is going to be able, she knows she can be president. She can be anybody she wants because of just these little things that we're planting into these baby seeds. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, I know what you mean. And thank you for your bravery. Thank you for your courage. Thank you for your mission to empower our young brown brothers and sisters that are coming up. I just honor your passion. I honor what you're doing. And that's why, you know, tell us even more. I think Skin Deep is so amazing. When I saw it today and I began to read about it, I'm like, wow, let me make sure that I go and do something to support this vision. And I love owning the power in the brown. Like, how can we help? How can we push it forward? What can we do to make sure that we help you move this vision of Skin Deep forward?
Give me goosebumps. You're about to make me cry. I'm a crybaby. I'm 6'5", but I cry in a minute. If you got to be vulnerable, that's the other thing where I show these boys they got to be vulnerable. What we can do, because I get all types of messages, even I'm in class, and so I have my white friends and Asian friends hitting me up like, what can we do? How can we support you? I stand with you. What we can do for this film, we have a Kickstarter. We have to raise $200,000. It's really more because animation is expensive. But we want to develop this into a short. We will develop this into a short. So what we can do, what you guys can do to help, donate $1, donate $200, whatever you have, 50 cents. I don't care what it is. Throw your name in the pot. Be an activist of change. If you can't donate, share the link. You know what I mean? It's at Kickstarter. And just be ready to support and love. And, you know, even if it's not that, buy a book and share it with one of the babies. There's all types of things. Even I get subscriptions to my website that just say, keep going, King. Little things like that make me remember, you know, because at one point I'm like, do I make a book or do I eat and pay my rent? So that little messages make me know, remind me why I'm here and let me know that this isn't in vain. So support the Kickstarter. We got 60 days to raise more than $200,000 because not only is it important to get it out, it's also important that we have ownership. Yeah. So I'm not just going to somebody like, oh, Sammie, this is something that I will own and we will get out. I'm inviting all types of different creators to send me a script, send me everything, because this will also be a series. So I'm bringing people on, and of different ethnicities, genders. We need to be heard, and we are the human race. We are all brothers and sisters at the end of the day. And pain is pain. And so what happened to that man? The reason I feel like it really spoke out in Goosebumps, because when that man screamed "Mama,"
yeah,
no matter what color you are, everybody know that love for your mama. And you know when you was a baby, when you got hurt, you screaming "Mama." So when that man screamed "Mama," that there triggered a lot of people. So if you want to do something, donate to the Kickstarter. Let's make this thing so powerful that they can't look away.
Right.
And this isn't just for, we're going to help Terrence. No, this is for the next generation and for this generation as well. So let's make it happen. Skin deep. Let's go.
Terrence, I have to ask you this because I think it's so a part of like who you are and the point that you've done so well as an actor. What did it feel like to not only carry this powerful message to our young people about their value, their strength, their beauty, but you also became an Emmy Award-winning actor in the digital daytime drama series from Giants? How did it feel to win that space as a man of color?
Every time somebody asks me about that, I go back to the moment. And I was so tired that day because I just flew back in. I wrapped set. I was shooting bigger. So I wrapped in Atlanta at 5 o'clock in the morning. Got on a 6:20 flight. Got to LA at 1. Did another audition. Got in a car by 2. Went there. Stood in that long line for the red carpet. Won. And I'm hearing my mom the entire way. She passed. But I heard her right before they said my name. I heard her say, "They better call your name." And I was like, what the hell? And so when I won, I was trying to pull everybody on stage, but then I was able to grab Sean, who was in every scene with me, because he was the foundation for that moment. And I grabbed him, and I forget how strong I am and how big I am. If you see the behind the scenes, I snatched him. He almost flew. My phone went that way. The other phone went that way. Everybody was screaming. I'm pushing. And so running on that stage, there's a lot of lights. So there was lights, so I was blinded. And that statue is 25 pounds of gold and nickel, so it's heavy.
Wow.
But I remember being tired. But at the end of the day, I look out, I can't see anything. But all I'm doing, I'm hearing children, and it's so weird. And everybody's like, oh, I hear kids, and I see that little boy from Mississippi walking up, not having one pair of shoes for 2 years through high school. You know what I mean? Not knowing who my dad was till I was 15. I saw him. I heard all these little voices. I'm like, I just stood in that spot where these kids know that they can do it. From Cleveland, Mississippi, from Midnight, Mississippi, from Timbuktu, Florida, wherever you are, you can do this. And that's why it just came out, because it was such a genuine moment. And I can see that not only am I getting blessed from I get to do the work and be the vessel for it, but I also get recognition for it, even if it's a participation ribbon. A lot of actors don't get that. So for me to be able to get an award for doing my dream, that was a total different, it was a mind-blowing moment. And I remember going backstage, and my manager, Kaylin, she's like 5'2", and here I am, I'm towered over here crying. And there's like 150 photographers back there pulling you and taking pictures. It was surreal. Anytime I talk about it now, and it's in the living room, but it's still so surreal.
I was about to ask you, where is it?
Oh, it's there. Do you want to see it? Bree, can you bring, I call it Jean, Tommy Jean, because my mama name was Tommy Jean. Wow. Take Jean out of her case and bring it my Emmy.
So, wow. Oh, you have it in a case.
It's in a case. I'm like, how many times do you win an Emmy? So right. I hope to win more. And indeed, we will win an Oscar. So we got to take the moments when we can and live in them. So I made a whole little glass case for it. So it's my little Jean. Yeah, so it was surreal. Even now, when they come in, like it's like this is mine. So,
whoa!
That's Jenny. You see how big it is? Like I got a big old head. So It's really big, and it says your name in this gold. And I call her Jean for my mama's
Jean.
middle name. Yeah, Jean.
Hello, Jean. No. Wow, amazing. Thank you, Terrence, so much for providing this space for us to talk and to share and to empower people through this moment. As we get ready to close, um, will you leave us just with a word of wisdom that you hear or that's in your present spirit now for those who are listening to us that are in the healing room and want to be inspired or just want to have enough faith and energy just to move forward to the next day? What can you say to us?
I would say a few things. That darkness that you're feeling, it's powerful. Even though, they say light is powerful, but that darkness is just as powerful. And I had a friend, she's one of those, what do you call it, the forensic scientists? She
Yep.
goes she goes in and she finds a lot of people who committed suicide. And she said this to me. She said if people like one guy put a grill in the bathroom and like suffocated himself or whatever. She said people get to a point where they become so clever at killing themselves. If they can put that power into living, it's a whole different life. So
Wow.
I say in those dark moments, if you can manipulate it with a little faith, a little focus in it, and shine that light, you'll have the freedom to do whatever you want in that darkness and turn that entire room and guide your way. So faith plus focus equals freedom for me. I have it tattooed on me. Also, don't wait for yes. Today I learned that you don't wait for yes. Don't wait for anybody to give you permission to dream. And don't wait for anybody to give you permission to get your work out there. You find a way. There's so many different platforms that you can to sow a seed out in. Even if it's 5 people that you're touching, that's what you're supposed to be doing. So your timeline is your timeline. Don't give yourself, if I don't do it by 35, I'm done. Your timeline is your timeline. It's nobody else. You're not racing with anybody else. Put your blockers on and look at the goal and go full speed for it. And like my mama used to say, I'm gonna cuss. When that door crack open, kick that motherfucker down.
Yes.
Go for it. Sorry about cussing, but yeah, I had to. That she was
No, you
gangster.
good. She was gangster.
Kick that motherfucker down. Don't go to no window, but kick that motherfucker door down. Be the hardest working person in the room. Yeah.
Wow. Terrence, wow. You're so full of wisdom. You're so full of
I'm like, calm down.
just a breath of fresh air. I tell you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for being in the healing room.
Thank you so much.
So, last before we close, tell us where can we go to support this new animated film, and how can we help?
Wow. So you can go to Skin Deep Movie on Instagram. You go to I Crown Me on Instagram. You can go to Terrence Terrell on Instagram. You go to terrenceterrell.com, icrownme.com, skindeepmovie.com. We out here. So we out here. Ain't no excuses. I'm all over the place. So if not, find a link, DM me. I'll send it to you so you can share with your mama, your sisters, your cousin, your brother, even with the infant. Take some of that trust fund money and give us some of that too. Let's go.
Let's go. Thank you so much, Terrence Terrell. I appreciate it. I appreciate your time. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for entering the healing room. It was amazing. I hope that you enjoy every moment of it. And of course, we're going to support Skin Deep. Stay tuned for more. Go to lovefreedommovement.org as we continue the power of developing the kingdom that's inside of you. Peace. Peace.